Hello, it's Matty G. We're here with another mod review. This one you've seen before by me personally, but not on its own. I think it needs a little explanation because some people do seem to be confused. It's the honey factory. I can't stress it so much. The honey factory, if you wish to grow your farm with a real big income, is not only fantastic for it, I think it's an essential. It's a game changer. No more one single honey pallets. It's $15,000, £15,000, 15,000 euros, 15,000 yen. However you want to say it, it's 15 of it. 15 grand. What is it? Well, in essence, it is a honey spawn point, which it does. It will spawn honey. Trying to think which way it spawns. Now here. It will spawn honey here. We will see that spawn honey. Once the honey is filled up in its piles, and it's 4 across, 3 high I believe. We will see that shortly. Once it's done that, it then stores it inside. Up to 30,000 litres. Now you think, why would I want to store all the honey? I'm going to have to move all that. And, you know, it's a lot of honey to move. And if I don't, I don't like using the pickup mod. I like using the forklift, and that's a lot. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You can sell it from inside the production chain and make a mint anyway. But we're going to show you all that. So what do you need to get this working? Well, you need bees. So you need beehives, and they need to be placed relatively close. However you want to do it. Any of you seen in my builds, you've seen that I do a nice little bee garden, and I add some that way. The more you have, the more you make. You can start off with one big one, small one, however you want to do it. Here, we've just, for argument's sake, we've put loads of these big ones around so that we can get it done quickly for you so you can see it. But you can start off with any of them. It comes with all these little decorations around the side, but again, you can add more decorations. Any of you seen any of my builds, you'd see me that I've done that myself in the past. So this is it. How do we get it working? Well, in theory, you don't really need to do anything. However, go to your productions. There's your honey. Activate. Set for storage already. Missing ingredients. Honey. It's got nothing. But we've got the beehives. They're just hibernating because it's February. So let's sleep. Let's get through Let's get through a month. Let's see what happens. Sometimes they do come out during the month and actually pollinate things and make honey, but during the winter months they're normally hibernating and very inactive. The height of July, they can make a lot. Just run over here. You can. I haven't got the information product bits that turned on, have I? But there you go. So the honey from the beehives goes there, straight into the factory, and then straight out here and stores. So there's your first few pallets. There you go. 98 litres are still inside the honey factory. And every time they reach the amount they need, they will just spit them out until they're all full. So what we're going to do is we're going to sleep again so we can show you that. I didn't mean to grab that last crate and twist it as it fell. That was my bad. Sometimes I think this sleep trigger does take a little while with the old night thing. It's nice, but you want it to be instant sometimes, don't you? So here we are. We've slept with us 2 months now since we've done this. And already we have a load of honey. And more coming. And, oh yeah, I forgot. I haven't got that on. I should really turn it on. And see, you've got 171 litres already. We're coming out. 377. So the bees all around here are making so much honey so quickly. You can see we've done 3, 6, 9 pallets. More are coming. As soon as this hits 3 stacks, it will no longer spit any more out, and it will store internally. So what are we going to do? We're going to skip another month. We're now in April, so it's going to get very, very, very productive shortly. Very productive. The warmer the weather gets, the more spring and summer, the production value goes through the roof. Winter time's slow. The other winter and winter or autumn, not so good. But they do produce all year round. So here we are. You can see more going in there. And now that is full. No more are going to spawn. They're going to spawn after you remove them from there or in here. Now this is where the fun bit is, because you can click this to sell. Now we're going to quickly do that now. And then we're going to speed up some time. I've gone on the wrong page. We just want to speed it through till basically 10 o'clock. Try and be clever and stop it just before. Right, there we go. So take note of the money in the corner. We're at 41,755,536. And in 2 minutes time that's going to go up, and what it's going to do, it's only going to sell what's inside the warehouse. It will not sell what's in the spawn points. So you've got this as the spawn point location. Whatever's in that, it's kind of your extra. There you go, bang. And if we go into our finances, it'll be in here somewhere. Sold product 5,934, and that's not including what we have here. Now, if you jump back in and go to your products, maybe you don't want to sell it. Maybe you want to keep it storing for now. That's fine. Keep it for storing. What we'll do is we're in May, so we're going to sleep a couple of months. Straight off the bat. So, you know, you're doing your farm fields and you're baling and you're planting and you're seeding and you're sowing. You're tending your crops, you're fertilising, you're doing a bit of logging. You do all these things throughout these months and you can completely forget about your honey. Alright, you know, what we in June or July? Maybe you're planting some using your planters on the field, planting a bit of I don't know, whatever you plant during that month. I can't think off the top of my head. Maybe you just fancy a bit of logging. Who knows what you're up to? Maybe you're even starting to harvest if you cared. But you see, this still has not changed. They still have 1, 2, 3, 4 long, 3 high. If we jump into production, 3,000 in the storage. We're in July. But we're going to carry on going. Because it's harvest time. You're too busy to worry about the honey. You're too busy. You've got harvest to do. You've got 3 or 4 fields to do. And you're not going to be done until the end of September. It's now August. The sun's still shining. You've got workers in the field. You're in the field. You're harvesting. You haven't got time for the honey. September comes. Maybe you still have a bit of harvest to do. Maybe you're already starting to plan for the plant your winter crops, your wheat and your barley. Maybe you're just preparing fields. However, you've harvested your seeds. The prices are terrible. You don't really want to sell your seeds. You want to keep them for the winter months. Fair play. But what you now have, and what you're now able to do, if you come over here, you now have 5,000 worth of honey. Plus whatever's here. And do you want to know what that looks like? We can pull these out. And they're just going to keep spawning. Come on, back to the wall. Come back to the wall. Put them out. Especially if you're a serial production person, you can even set this to distribution, just like any other production change. chain. How many we still got in there? There we go. You've got still more producing. Look at all that honey in just a short few months. No longer do you get any stuck in the ground. You won't get this stuck in the ground at all, ever. This is heaven. I think they're 500 each, these. Now, litres. Either way, look at them all. And they're still coming. Crazy. The more hives you put down and around, the better you get. And I'm not saying you don't want to put hives near your canola fields and your wheat fields for your bonus and whatnot. I'm not saying don't do that. You can. You don't need a massive hive for that. You can put the slightly smaller, cheaper ones in. But if you're going to invest in one of these. It's 15,000. You can just put one or two of these down. You don't have to put all the ones that I've put down. You can start off with just a few smaller hives. But just look at the amount of honey we've created. And bearing in mind, we've already sold £5,000 worth as well. And it's still coming. So where is it? Well, if we go down to construction, it's not in productions. You'd think it would be. It's not in productions at all. It's not in the factories. Where is it then? Decorations? No. Animals. If you go to bees, across to the one side, where all the spore points would be that you've got to download, you've now got there, the factory. And 15,000. Now, unfortunately, these are like dog houses. You're only allowed one of these per farm. But you really wouldn't want more than one anyway. They're so good. They produce so much. And there we go. Just that talking time, we're nearly filled up again. I mean, this is absolutely insane. Look how many we have. So many. I don't think even the TLX could cope with this much. Look at it. So yes, definitely get the honey one. The honey factory is one of the main things. Well, that's going to be it for me on this one. It's been lovely. Remember, if you like what you see, please follow, subscribe, share, like, hit the notification bell, and please watch the next one. I try to be entertaining and I hope you'll enjoy it. Until next time, it's been Matty G.